Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Genzio Media House. We are out here in Austin for Consensus. Today I am joined by Chris from AVA. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Evan. Chris from AVA Protocol. I guess I'll start with a self-intro.
Sure. Yeah, please do.
I'm from Microsoft, like a former Microsoft software engineer. After working there for 4 years, I didn't really like the corporate life. Also, want to make a huge impact, change the world. So in 2017, I found out about this thing called Ethereum, and jump ship, quit my day job, started to build on Ethereum smart contracts um, since 2017. So by 2020, after several years building on Ethereum, I realized that the main barrier for the mass adoption is the limitation of the infrastructure. So I did 6 months like academic research, trying to find a new angle to solve the big problem, and then settle down on the idea of AVA Protocol, which is to build private autonomous transactions for the Web3 space. So the use case is very simple. Like today, you cannot schedule recurring payments with your MetaMask wallet.
Sure.
And you cannot, you cannot make like true limit orders. Like for example, Ethereum price dropped below 3,000. You want to make a buy, but it's 3 a.m. in the morning, and you're asleep. You missed the opportunity. Next morning you get up, the price already went up. So we really want to create this very handy tools for everyday users to take the automation on Web3 for granted.
Okay. Very interesting, And the thing that comes to my mind at first when you talk about this technology is the utilization in, let's say, like a subscription service, right? Because so far in Web3, nobody's been able to create that, recurring automatic subscription payment, right? So this sounds like that may be a solution there.
Yeah. Like payroll system or even creator platform really need this. So for example, if you're making a decentralized OnlyFans, you pretty much need the revenue stream go from the users, subscribe the users to the creators and revenue share, right? So we already built this infrastructure in Polkadot ecosystem. So for the past 3 years, we are formerly known as Oak Network, building Polkadot parachains for automated payments and DeFi. But the idea of this year is that we are AVA Protocol expanding our automated service onto Ethereum. So we're going to serve both the ecosystem. So cater the success from Polkadot to Ethereum.
Okay, interesting. Are there any other chains that you guys are looking to expand to?
Eigenlayer. We're building an Eigenlayer AVS.
Okay. Now, why are you guys building onto Eigenlayer?
Great question. I think so. As a user of Ethereum, the technologies of the layer 2s are very fantastic. I like the innovations that happening over there. But we kind of already know that the layer 2s will create a problem like the fragmentation of liquidity, which already happened in Polkadot. So from users' perspective, it's just creating hassles for us to move the asset around. The liquidity pool becomes smaller on the mainnet. And every time I have to, wait for the bridge, move my asset everywhere. Now I have like kind of 6 wallets, like 6 Ethereum wallets on everywhere.
Yeah, me too.
It's from a user's perspective, it's just a little big hassle. So I believe Eigenlayer solutions will bring the liquidity back a little to the mainnet. So I still trust like Ethereum the most because no matter where you go, like Ethereum, the most trustworthy layer 1. So the key innovation for Eigenlayer is that I think it can democratize accesses for services like a Chainlink. For example, if you're to build a Chainlink today, you can't beat the trust that the Chainlink network created because they have Chainlink tokens and their operators, they call validators, backing the network. So Eigenlayer create this marketplace. On one side is like $17 billion worth of Ethereum-backed operators. On the other side are the innovators, developers creating the programs. Basically, it's a matchmaking between the operators and the programs called AVS. It's a natural selection process. Like if your AVS is really generating value, for example, creating a lot of transaction volume, and the operator will select you, right? And then it's a win-win situation. Like because the volume is high, you generate a lot of revenue, and they feed back to the operators.
I see. Very interesting. So maybe let's kind of back up a little bit and dig into what was your entrance into Web3, right? Maybe a little bit of your history before Web3 and what was that door that opened for you when you realized, hey, this technology is something I want to get invested in?
Yeah, I think the first thing drew me into Web3 is the white paper of Augur, which is the first generation of prediction market. Back in the days, we tried to build something. I was a CTO of a small San Francisco Web3 startup. We actually built the first generation of a prediction prediction market similar to Chainlink. That company didn't survive through the 2018, 2019 bear market.
Okay.
But the future of Web3, the picture, this decentralized solution depicted is just amazing. Blockchain is here to solve the trust issue of the old financial world, right? Like prediction market, like payment system. On global level, 35 cents on the dollar is to solve the trust issue in the financial world. And blockchain is here to solve that. Imagine how big the market could be.
Totally.
Right.
Totally. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm curious. So this technology's already been deployed for some time, right, within the Polkadot ecosystem?
Yes.
What kind of use cases have you guys seen the most attraction of?
Yeah, we build the infrastructure, the automation infrastructure, and developers build on top of us. I think so far we had more than 150 developers participate in our hackathon, bug bounty, and grants, and among which 35 developers build a mature product and shipped on our chain. So not only do we do automation for ourselves, like our chain, and because like Polkadot is an interconnected system, like parachains connected, we actually the biggest use case is to do recurring payment on Moonriver, like which is another parachain.
Okay.
And Aster parachains. So basically, we're a cross-chain automated payment system.
Right.
The most use cases are auto staking, auto compound on liquidity pools. It's like yield harvesting, and recurring payments. Yeah, those are the most used use case, top 3 use case for now. And there's 2 other grants I need to mention. This building one is building a visualization tool, allow drag and drop style, customizing your own trading strategy. For example, you can say, okay, when the TVL surpass $1 billion, I want to deposit my asset into this liquidity pool. So that's all possible. The other grants recipient is building a limit order for the DEX on another chain, Moonriver. So basically, you can say, okay, when price goes above or below some point, you can do the auto trading cross chain.
Okay. Now, how do you guys take care of the approval, right? Because I know, with all these self-custodial wallets and so on, you generally have to approve every transaction, right? So how is that being taken care of?
Yeah, 80%, 90% of the time, we are rejecting the grant application. Our bar is pretty high. But, just want to see the track record of the developer.
Sure.
I think the most valuable thing is that, you're a founder, you want to build something cool, but you want to, it's like your baby, you give birth to the baby,
right?
And you want to, raise it versus, just give up after 2 months.
Yeah.
I think we look at the track record. Like, have you built anything? Do you have the conviction of, running this product and generating some revenue? So the 30 plus developers I mentioned, many of them are making a good profit today. So sustainable.
Sure. Very nice. Now, I'm curious on the technological level, right? Within this reoccurring payment system, how do you guys get around the wallet approvals in that aspect?
The wallet approvals?
Yeah, I mean, I know, myself, when I'm using my self-custodial wallet on any chain, right? I always have to approve anytime I'm like interacting with a contract, so on and so forth. And if you guys are doing these automated recurring payments, how is that autonomous without the user's input?
That's a great question. Apparently, you are a very very deep Web3 user. Um, so ERC 6900 made this all become available. So the reason we didn't build this on Ethereum 3 years ago is because there wasn't such a solution facilitating the automation. So a few key things that we need for the automation. First is the specialized storage, like blockchain storage, on-chain or off-chain, to store the future transactions. Second is the smart wallet that you just mentioned. The wallet need to be able to open up delegation, like delegation access, proxies for your actions. You can say, okay, when something happens, this smart contract can only call my wallet for this purpose. You cannot move the funds out of my wallet. Maybe you can swap, right? And the third thing is interoperability. Polkadot provide this cross-chain messaging protocol that we are leveraging on.
Wow, yeah, that's very cool. That was my biggest question for you, because I know I've myself pondered this question of how would there ever be a subscription service in Web3, right? Because of this approval, and I've never seen it automated, right, until AVA.
Yeah, the 6900, it's just being implemented a few months ago. There are several products implementing their own versions. I think maybe in a year's time, we'll see more and more similar wallet functions that are available to user. Right now, it's a little early. Everybody's pioneering with the solution. You need a great UI for that, because it's smart wallet now. It's not your wallet, but you're controlling a smart wallet, which giving access to multiple different actions. But if you think about it, it's pretty much like the bank account where you have automation set up, you have the recurring payment set up. Like you can say, okay, end of this month I'm paying my girlfriend or my wife.
Yeah. Yeah. So where do you see AVA Protocol in the next 2, 5, 10 years?
Oh, that's a long. Yeah, I like the question. Our roadmap is that we are trying to. So right now we are serving the Ethereum mainnet users with EigenLayer AVS. So our goal is just to develop the developer ecosystem. So we're hiring ecosystem development, like senior ecosystem developers to attract developers to build on top of our AVA protocol. So basically, the service built on our infrastructure is more like plugins to existing DEX. For example, like 1inch have their own limit orders. The way they implement that is to build like Web2 components on top of their Web3 DEX, right? So in future, we want to persuade them to considering using our solution completely Web3 to replace their existing solutions. And for new DEX, which don't have the limit orders, we want to convince them to users. The problem with the Web2 solution is that, Web3 is here to solve the trust issues. Now you have a Web2 solution that still have these trust issues lives inside. It kind of compromise your security, because you need someone who manage the AWS server, and then within this AWS server, you need someone to manage your private key. So all of that, it's in traditional business world, is a build versus buy model. So if we're much cheaper, if we are our solution is at a much larger scale, and we have been dedicatedly, actively working on this product, it's just making more sense that you use our service than build your own. Just so you don't have to hire the entire team, manage the entire team for that. It basically, that's the Salesforce model.
I see. Yeah, it definitely makes a lot of sense. Is there anything else you'd like to touch on before we wrap this up?
I think one alpha I'm dropping is that so we're launching on EigenLayer AVS mainnet, and with the mainnet launch, we'll run airdrop token launch in the next few months. So for anybody who's listening, I would like to say that we have a great airdrop coming soon. And that involves participating in using our product. So basically, you can't just get an airdrop by being a Telegram community member. We want people to use our product. Also, for developers, we have these grants, like open grants opening now. People can apply on GitHub like openly, transparently. Our bar is a little high, but so nowadays there are so many great engineer, talented engineer on the web, in the Web3 communities. So we just want to send a message out, attract them to build with us, and we'll give them great support.
Yeah, no, I think that's great to keep your bar pretty high. You know, definitely interesting what you guys are doing. Where can people find out more about the AVA protocol?
It's avaprotocol.org. So if you click on the website, search in Google AVA Protocol, and then you click on the website, and we have a Twitter link over there, Discord link, and we have our blog page. We have posted around 160 articles over the past 2 years. So pretty much like 2 articles per month.
Sure.
More than that. Yeah, 5 articles per month.
Amazing.
So a lot of updates, community updates, technical updates, developer updates from our blog.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing about AVA Protocol. I think, you know, it's very interesting what you guys are up to. That is, in specific, something that I've pondered myself for quite a while, right, is how do you come up with the solution that you guys are bringing to the table. So I think, you know, that's quite amazing.
Thank you for having me, Evan.
Yeah, most definitely. So if you're watching this right now, make sure to go check out AVA Protocol. This has been the Genzio Media House here with Chris. Thank you so much for joining us.
Love it.